Hello everyone, Jai Hind, and welcome back to National Security Live Lecture on Gyanonymous School. Today it is going to be National Security Live Lecture 3. This is third edition of National Security Live Lecture. I don't know whether you have liked part 1 or part 2. If you have liked, please do comment on the videos. So today's topic will be social media algorithms and national security. Today we will try to answer questions like whether your smartphone is becoming the next battlefield. So we will try to answer some questions. Let's say when you are opening your Instagram, maybe your YouTube, Facebook, or if you are on X, do you think that you are choosing what you gonna watch, or what do you think that algorithm is actually choosing what you gonna watch? So this is something you need to think about. So welcome to National Security Live Lecture 3. Here we're gonna discuss all about the algorithms, about social media algorithms from Instagram to YouTube, Facebook and X, and how they can control you. So before going further, I would like to request our viewers kindly to switch to 1.5x for better experience. So let's start. So beginning with one theme that we all know that national security no longer is no longer it's about borders, no longer it about only about armies, air force, or the navies, or maybe it's about nuclear weapons or about missiles, aircrafts. No, it's no longer just about that only. If we gonna go to that theme of algorithm and social media, we have to think how the national security have, or how the warfare has evolved. Like we often say that this is fifth generation warfare, particularly some of our beautiful neighbors often use that term hybrid warfare or fifth generation warfare. So before just jumping to fifth generation, we have to know what are 1, 2, 3 and 4th generation warfare, right? So what is first generation warfare? That was like human warfare. Okay, it was like human warfare with axes, with swords and all. Then there was like conflict between some groups, some ethnics, or maybe in between kingdoms. So it was not using sophisticated weapons. This was what first generation warfare. Then comes second generation warfare, where some of industrial inputs were used in warfare, like mechanical elements or machines like pistols, machine guns, and light machineries also used in second generation warfare. Coming next to third generation, where the maneuverability means when where the aircraft actually got involved in third generation warfare, where the platoon can maneuver from one place to another. The naval forces got involved, the air force got involved. This is where the third generation warfare comes. Next coming what is fourth generation warfare? In fourth generation warfare, there comes something called non-state actors. Till third generation warfare, it was in between kingdoms, between states, etc. But from fourth generation warfare, there come non-state actors. What are non-state actors? Like for example, ISIS, it's a non-state actor. Okay, some of actors like Hezbollah, Hamas, or other terrorist organizations, these are actually non-state actors. Okay, so fourth generation warfare, we have seen emergence of non-state actor, emergence of terrorism and other violent aggressions. Okay, this is what fourth generation warfare is, involving non-state or actors, including involvement of proxies of some countries. So coming from fourth to now fifth generation warfare, and this fifth generation warfare is all about with information, with algorithms, with narratives, and with the use of technologies like AI, ML, and big data manipulation, and etc. So this is what we call fifth generation warfare, and fifth generation warfare is widely used by very much of our neighboring countries, our favorite countries actually. So we can say that today's battlefield is not just we can say it's not in Kashmir or any other borderland, not in Indian Ocean, or not anywhere in physical battlefield. Mostly it is on your smartphone, on your iPad, on your phone, on your computer screen, and actually on the digital or cyberspace. So this is how the warfare has evolved from first generation to modern generation smartphone warfare. So let's go directly to the social media algorithms. So what do you think? How they work? Simply how they work, how the algorithms work. Like actually algorithms are optimized for attention, how you are paying attention to something, where you are interested, are engagement, they are about your engagement, you are engaged in what type of videos or what type of contents, what's time it is on. It analyzes your watch time, you are watching what kind of videos more. It values your shares, like what kind of videos you share most. That means you want more of them to be shared. Okay, like they also go with your emotional reactions, like your likes or your comments, etc., how you emotionally react to such videos. So with this all, the algorithm of social media is optimized with your such inputs like attention, like with your engagement, watch times, your share counts, and even your reactions. So these algorithms or these contents are not necessarily be truthful. Okay, the contents, the social media actually mostly they do not go with what is the content gonna be true, or it is not going to be whether it values national security. No, the platforms do not look into that, whether it's going to value national security. Even it doesn't go with the value of social harmony, whether this particular content may create social disharmony or social disturbance. Most of the social medias initially they don't look into such parameters or such criteria until and unless that content become very much viral, and lot more complaint is going against that content. So social media algorithms not necessarily looks into what is truthful, what is of national interest, or what may be of social harmony or disharmony. It just looks into your attention, your engagement, your interest, your watch time, your shares, your emotional reactions, and also some of your friends, whoever your friend or your followers or you follow whom, their likes and dislikes also, the algorithms can it is actually optimized for that. So from the point of view of national security, why do you think that social media algorithms are important? They are actually important because the algorithms can actually amplify rumors. They can amplify hate speech, even deepfakes, or maybe propaganda, foreign influence campaigns. They can actually propagate, or maybe they can propagate coordinated misinformation. I will give you two examples. Like in the recent CJP or Cockroach Janta Party protest, there was one video circulating in the social media which actually it said that the Tamil Nadu CM, the famous Thalapathy Vijay, he was actually visiting in the site of somewhere in from a building near near Jantar Mantar, and he was waving the protesters. One such video was circulated with various similar captions related to CGP protest. Till today, I was thinking that Thalapathy Vijay was visiting that site, and there are thousands of, maybe lakhs of people like me who was thinking that Thalapathy Vijay was actually visiting CJP site. But today, maybe after so many days, maybe after a week, I verified it. I asked my AI agent to verify it, and it found that no, this is not true. This video actually from one election campaign of Thalapathy Vijay, and he actually didn't visit the CJP protest. He didn't have any comment in the CJP protest. Oh yes, of course he do have some views regarding NEET exam, but not on this Cockroach Janta Party protest. So see how people, or how actually algorithm at that time even pushes that video of him, and that he is also supporting the Cockroach Janta Party protest, actually which is not true, which is fake, which is actually a deliberate propagation of information or even disinformation. Okay, so in another instance, we can say some elements from our beautiful neighbor. They have forwarded some of videos of our army chiefs who is like giving some speech or some remarks which he shouldn't be given against that protesters, and ultimately it is found that the video is actually deep fake. So just think one thing: who decides if a content comes viral? If a content become viral, who decide if one video goes viral? Who decides that? Whether the citizens or users decide that, or the codes, the algorithm decide that? Just think about that. Who decide what becomes viral? The citizens or the users or the codes? Users or codes? Who decides if something goes viral? Think about it. If we go with information warfare and narrative warfare, coming with the difference that information warfare is actually uses of information to influence behavior of mass people. There can be uses of information in terms of fake videos, in terms of edited speech, like false casualty figures, fake military movements also, videos of one place portraying in another, like I have told you that Thalapathy Vijay video, or fake videos or deep fake videos of army chief saying something which is institutionally done by some of our beautiful neighboring countries. And on the other hand, these are all actually called information warfare, or elements of information warfare. And what is narrative warfare? Narrative warfare is about controlling the story, like who is the victim, who is the aggressor, who is the hero, who is the villain. So how can with different media using different media platforms, using various mechanisms, how can you push your narrative? How can you portray someone hero, or someone villain. How can you define someone as aggressor or protector? So in many conflict, competing narratives actually emerge simultaneously, and public opinion can be part of such strategic context. For example, in CJP protest, we can actually see there are narrative coming from CJP functionaries that students were somehow beaten by police. But yesterday, actually today probably, or yesterday, we got a press conference from the injured, from the family person of the injured policeman, and we can see how they are impacted, how the policemen have gone through with such injuries done by violent protesters. So this is conflicts of narratives. Okay, one party is going against the police, so-called police brutalities, and another party is going against the violent protesters. So this is war of narratives. No one knows who wins. There is no win, no loss in this game, but the people, the mass, is how it consumes. The society actually become polarized with such types of narratives, such types of contradictory bipolar narratives, and it is very dangerous for a society. In CJP protest itself, there are various short reels, short videos. It rapidly expanded the moment, like from among young audience. The Instagram short videos, particularly on Instagram, it was so much propagated. Various memes, humors, and satire, they become so powerful communication tools, particularly in Instagram, even on YouTube also. So there are various influencers, reels, and hashtags also accelerated. There are multiple themes even on that protest, like youth rights. There are themes of law and order point of view. There are point of view on government accountability, also legitimacy of this protest, also about violent protest and a response from police. So there are the various rights, including someone even campaigning for gender rights, my gender, my rights, such types of rights, even on need protest. So that protest has been a battleground of multiple fronts and multiple campaigns. So we can see that from that particular event, how viral content involving security personnel can quickly become very much controversial and highlighting we can also see that some of the creators who were actually abusing Indian security personnels and certain political leaders, and later they apologized, and we can say they are actually publicly humiliated, and we have seen their apology videos that actually been more viral, and they are actually called in Gen Z language, that is meltdown videos from CJP protest. So now after the protest, the meltdown videos of the protest has become viral. So we can think that just a question, like, did social media actually report the protest, or is the social media is one of the main drivers of the protest? So think about it. And now come to another point. At that time of Jantar Mantar CJP protest, it was, let's assume that it was all about NEET exam irregularities, or whatever it is, or maybe for the protest of former education minister of India. So that was protest, and social media, particularly Instagram, was so much, its algorithm was pushing so much about that protest, that whether Whenever you just open Instagram, you will get videos from that particular protest. Even now, just think about it. Now such protests are going on in Punjab and in some other states against particular politicians or particular education ministers in some states. But Instagram is not pushing such videos. Instagram is not pushing such protest. So where's the difference? Why algorithm is so selective? For one protest, Instagram is pushing the videos. Okay, whatever you do, you open your Instagram, you always see such videos. But now at the time of Punjab protest and protest in some other states, we will not find such videos on Instagram. Instagram is not actually showing us such videos from protest in Punjab or in other states. So that is the selective push from algorithm. So we have had lessons from various previous events too, like from CAA protest, from farmers protest, also from ethnic violence in Manipur. We have found various in various elections. We have found various misinformation propagated through social media. Also in various disaster times, we have seen various AI generated fake speeches and videos from different time with caption. It is projected as videos of at that time. So such type of disinformation or malinformations we have gone through. The Indian digital citizens or Indian netizens have gone through such types of such types of contents. So these all actually explain how viral misinformation can complicate various law enforcement emergency response, even how it complicate the public trust. We can find the similar situation in Russia, Ukraine information warfare. We can find the same in Israel Hamas information campaigns, also in Taiwan, who is actually fighting against Chinese disinformation campaigns. We have found US election misinformation campaigns, even other influence operations from China and other countries too. So the core message here is modern wars are actually fought with narratives before bullets. In modern warfare, a state or a non-state actor, it fights with narratives first, then bullets. AI revolutions like deepfakes, maybe voice cloning or AI generated news and fake interviews and synthetic images, these all are actually fueling more into information warfare. We have to think ourselves whether ordinary citizens, I am not talking about tech-savvy persons who can distinguish, but whether ordinary citizens or whether most of the netizens who can actually distinguish between what is AI-generated image or what is a normal content. I don't think most of people can actually distinguish between that. So if we go with the stakeholders of information warfare and information security, we can find that government is a stakeholder who respond with strategic communication. We see armed forces who actually go with its narrative and with the actual news, the actual strategic communication of what's actually happening. Intelligence agencies there who play various roles. Police is there to look into law and order. Media is there who should actually verify. Traditional media is actually should be there to verify what is fake news and what is real information. Is tech companies, they do have actually responsibilities. Companies like Meta, Alphabet, even though they are taking the huge share of Indian netizens, they do have a responsibility to tackle such fake information. So universities have responsibility to educate our children, students, about how to counter fake information, and how to distinguish fake information, and how to pause before forwarding it. Civil society organizations, we have to have various programs and awarenesses regarding fake information spread, so that it should go deep into every smartphone user that information warfare and fake news is an evil to this society. So what citizens can do at last, from our point of view, from a citizen's point of view, citizens should actually pause before sharing. They should pause before liking, or pause before reacting to a video or any content. They should pause before sharing and try to verify whether this is right, whether this is true. Everyone should try to verify the source, if the source is credible or not. We have to check multiple credible outlets, like legacy media outlets, like government sources, etc. We have to be like sincere while watching some emotionally manipulative content. There are various emotionally manipulative content and emotionally appealing contents, so we need to be sincere while we look into them, and we just need to look into social media as a source of information. 99.99% it's just a source of information, and this can be misinformation, disinformation, or malinformation. In the previous video of National Security Live or false news, I have distinguished what is misinformation, disinformation, and malinformation. Please go through that video and you will be able to distinguish between these three. So we just know from like we have been using social media. I have been using social media since I think it may be 20 years, from the days of Orkut. Since 2006 I have been using social media. So I can see that it is full of information, and information is not knowledge. I have told you that in my previous videos that information is not knowledge. Social media is not there for any knowledge. It is mostly for information. I said 99.99% is just information, which can contain misinformation, disinformation, and malinformation. So you just regard it as a source of information. That's all. So before taking any social media content seriously, think about the national security consequences of such media contents, and think how amplifying such medias, like how you're sharing or you're liking such content can actually impact your national security scenarios. So that's all of our lecture today. So you can think about some questions, like you can think yourself, like whether social media is actually connecting India or is it dividing India. Maybe in micro scale it may be connecting some groups, some individuals, some people, or some lesser geographical areas or lesser groups. It can be connecting, but as a country, in a macro level, I doubt if it is connecting India. So that's question number one. Question number two, you can think whether algorithms should be regulated, whether social media should be regulated in India. And since we have much fewer in India, and what government should do regarding regulation of social media. So that's all for today. If you like these videos, if you get something from these videos, please like, share and subscribe to our Gyanonymous channel, and do watch our videos on 1.5x, particularly live videos, and thank you. Jai Hind. Vande Mataram.